What's up, everybody? This is Echo Ninja, the ninja that's kicking it with you all day, every day. And today, some interesting news have just come my way about a certain actor who would love to play a superhero. This actor, if you guys have already seen the thumbnail, is John David Washington. Yes, John David Washington, that is Denzel Washington's son, who's been in a couple of really good movies, especially movies that we all know and love. Black Klansman, that's one. And if you are a fan of it, Tenet, which was a really good movie. I suggest you see it because it was very interesting, and I love interesting movies like that. Anyway, he had an interview with Nerd Reactor, and with that, they asked the possibility of would he like to play a superhero. And of course, he'd like to, if, Marvel and DC gave him the opportunity, he said he would. And then they went specific. What if Kevin Feige asked him to play Reed Richards in the Fantastic Four movie? Well, he was off his rocker when he was asked that question by them, because that, to him, he said would be, a great thing to happen, and he would be thanking Feige so much, and he'd be like, where do I sign? That's basically what he said. So, my question to you guys, what would you think if John David Washington was Reed Richards, aka Mr. Fantastic? What do you think the story would be like with with Washington as Mr. Fantastic? First of all, I believe that it's a pretty decent move. It's a pretty cool move, and I really, really would love to see something like that to just grow into fruition like that. Because, there's a lot of possibilities with that. Especially, for instance, let's just say they didn't go with the whole 1960s thing, and they went with the present day thing. You can work a lot of things with that. Obviously, I do not know who would be the other characters, but I'm pretty sure that they can bring up a cast of people to surround John David Washington. Not for nothing. I love John Krasinski and Emily Blunt as Mr. Fantastic and Invisible Girl. Love it. But it would be interesting to see John Washington as Mr. Fantastic. You know what? Let's play it bold.
I'm gonna kick it up a little bit
and do that idea that they had of the 1960s, the 1960s the 1960s Fantastic Four movie idea. Now, this would be in the 1960s, as we all said. And then you have John David Washington as Mr. Fantastic, a black man in the 60s, who is literally one of, if not the smartest man on the planet. You know how much that would be the coolest thing ever, especially if black people would be like going crazy everywhere with that whole idea. It's so uplifting to have an idea like that, and I'm hoping if they can't get John Krasinski and Emily Blunt, I'm hoping they ask John David Washington, because you can do an entirely new thing with the Fantastic Four with that. They tried it with Fan Four Stick when they had Michael B. Jordan as Human Torch, but Michael B. Jordan was one of the supporting characters, even though he's considered one of the four main characters. But Mr. Fantastic as a black man, that is some interesting shit. Like that, introducing Mr. Fantastic as one of the smartest men in the world he's probably having trouble with certain minds and stuff like that, and then he runs, you know what? Then he runs into Howard Stark, who he combines his efforts with him and Hank Pym. Oh man, that would be so good. That would be amazing. And then you can think of how right before when Hank Pym collaborates with Howard Stark and Reed Richards, and they start having the thought process on the quantum realm theory, to seeing if it's possible and everything like that. And then, right as Reed Richards is probably he's doing experimentation with the Pym particles, that's when him, his wife, and Johnny and Ben Grimm, they all get sucked into the realm and lost, and then end up coming out when Kane the Conqueror comes out in Ant-Man 3. That would be so dope.
Wait a damn minute. Wait a damn.
I mean, I know it was everywhere or something like that, but if something was like that, that would be really cool. With a collaboration with the three best minds of that time. And you can still work with the racism and stuff like that too, to make it harder for the character, make the character more relatable. That'll be really cool. But what do you guys think of John David Washington as Mr. Fantastic? I think it'd be friggin' awesome, but I want to know what you think. Put them down below in the comments to let me know if you like videos like this. Please drop that like, and if you are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button and then slap the bell to make sure you get updated on all that is new with Marvel news or comic book news, comic book movie news. I'm Echo Ninja, the ninja that's kicking it with you all day, every day, to say peace.